Shaded. Okay guys, I had not used this bait much at all, but about probably 12 or 15 years ago, a buddy of mine, this is like his favorite deal. He was always talking to me about, I caught him on DT6 today, caught him on DT6. And guys, I started using it and trying to experiment with it. And I started extensively doing that about 10 years ago. And in the early springtime of the year, this has become one of my favorite crankbaits. You guys know that I buy them at Tackle Warehouse just like you guys do. I don't get them free. This is just the bait I'm not have anything to do with. But one of the reasons this thing is so good, it's sort of like the shad wrap. It's a wood bait and it's quiet. There's no rattle in it. It's got a pretty tight wobble. So the combination of the small profile, the narrow profile, it's silent, it's got a tight wobble. It makes it a really good early spring crankbait. The bass really react to this thing very well under several different conditions here. Now, like so much stuff in the early spring we talk about, you guys have heard me, if you've been following my early spring videos, everything is around rock and grass. Rock and grass is probably some of the best cover you can fish when that water temperature is in the upper 40s to the upper 50s, which encompasses most of the pre-spawn period of the year. That is what you have to concentrate on. If you have submergent grass beds, hydrilla milfoil, fishing the DT6 over the top of that grass is a really good way to catch them. But my favorite way is paralleling rocky banks, specifically riprap. I have found that this little thing, when that water temperature's around 50, 52 degrees, it's very difficult to find a better crankbait around riprap than this particular one. There's something about it they really like. Most of the time I'm fishing it on a spinning rod with like 8-pound test Seaguar Vizex line. A lot of guys use a bait caster, but guys, this thing will catch the wind. It's a light bait, it's made out of wood. I just find out, I find that I can make longer, more accurate casts and get a better feel for the bait by fishing it on a spinning rod. So 8-pound test is my thing. And most of the time I do weight it with a suspend strip here, because since it is used with a slow medium retrieve, you don't want to stop it and have the thing float up because it is pretty buoyant. So make sure that you upgrade the hooks a little bit. I usually put 2 number 5 Gamakatsu G-Finesse trebles on it, and then I'll put some suspend strips to make it suspend. But it's pretty simple, guys. It's very easy way to catch fish. Just get it on a spinning rod, make those long parallel casts down that riprap or rocky banks. I've caught them on rocky banks too, and just use a slow, medium, stop and go retrieve with it. Try to keep it deflecting off the rocks. Try to target that zone, in that 4 to 6 foot zone. It's called a DT6, saying that it'll get down to 6 feet, but guys, that is the max depth on this. You have to make a long cast with 8-pound line.